this is going to change everything for you. And you know it. And you might wonder, like, yeah, Sonja, that's what they all say, right? Like, it's almost every video starts with, your life is going to change dramatically, drastically. It's all going to shift right now. And even though that might sound, you know why you resist it? Because you know it's true. You know it's so true. And then, but there's this part of you that doesn't feel safe when everything is changing. So this part of you is telling you, oh, there we go, another message like that. Yeah, right. Don't believe it. Just, I haven't seen the changes yet. So, because I'm still freaking triggered all the time. And I keep going back to the past. At least it feels like that. So, don't tell me everything's about to change, because that's just scares the shit out of me, right? Or not out of the real you, because the real you knows this is true. But there's this part who's trying to protect you. And it's been doing that all your life, right? And all the time you go back to that part and and it annoys you more and more. And annoying is not even, it's not even annoying. Annoying is not even the right word. It's hurting you. It's it's hurting you because this part of you is always keeping you down, making you feel like you're not powerful enough. Like you will never ever make it, like maybe all the others are, and you dream about it, right? Whatever that is for you, but you know it. You know deep down what you want. You know you're here to change the world. You know you are here to, how do you say that? Break patterns, you know? Maybe this theme in your life, whether that shows up in relationships or your finances or whatever it is, um maybe it's been there, probably, well, not probably, it's been there forever, not just in your life, in your mom's life, in your grandmother's life, in your grandmother's life, in your grand, it's been there. They say it often goes back even 11 generations. That's a lot, right? And you are the chosen one to break the cycle. It stops with you. And you've known this all your life. And you've been trying so hard to show up and to you've been carrying this weight with you because it's you that has to break it. You know it. And it's so hard to share this also with others. It feels like no one really understands you. Sometimes maybe with friends, or when you do, I don't know, you go to this inspiring retreat or whatever it is, you've you've might had little snippets of really feeling like somebody knew where you were talking about, and you really felt seen and heard. But usually you see everyone else just in their own worlds, in the matrix. Basically, you still see them trying and struggling and working hard, and then you can tell it's not the life you want to live. You crave for so much more freedom. Freedom is your biggest value, because all the women that came before you, including so many still in the world, like 99.99999% of women, don't feel free at all. They don't feel like they can use their voice or their body their minds, their whole being, and beyond that, right? Because that's what we are. They feel so small. And over and over, you've been told to shut parts of yourself down because they said you were too much, right? Don't raise your voice. Be quiet. Don't go out like that. Your boobs are almost hanging out. Just, do something that's sort of okay work wise, just earn your money. That's already huge if you could be independent as a woman and earn money, right? But you know that, but you've always wanted more. So much more than just to earn money and have an okayish job. And especially it started it probably started already 10 years ago, right? That's when it started for me, that you really felt things were changing so rapidly. There's so many things happened, like not just good stuff, right? Really intense stuff. Like, are you kidding me? How so much of you could even write a book about it or speak about it, whether that's on YouTube or whatever platform, right? Or do whatever with it. You have so much, not just stories, but also wisdom from those experiences around 10 years ago. And in that whole 10-year period, it's not like all those things immediately gave you this breakthrough, right? It's not like you experienced all that and then suddenly, like in a Hollywood movie, a few months later, you were like, woohoo, I'm living my best life now. I'm so freaking happy and ooh, everything is going my way. No, no, darling. That was just the start of it. Because it took a while to integrate everything that happened then. It was so much to handle at that time. You couldn't handle it all at once. It wasn't the intention. And um, it might sound weird, but it's you needed everything after that, everything in the past 10 years, including what's still happening. You needed that to get where you are now. This moment in life where you feel like basically, but not just in a good way. It's like everything is falling apart. It's like you are falling apart. You're probably over 40 now, maybe entering perimenopause, or even a bit younger or older. That's all fine. But it usually happens in that time already. That's when it starts already, where things are just, yeah, they just don't work anymore. It's just you have to say goodbye to so many parts of yourself because you're not her anymore. It doesn't work anymore, right? Some friends don't, you just don't, it's not like they did anything wrong, but you just can't be around them anymore because they vibrate at a different frequency. It's not like you are better. It's just a different frequency where you cannot really find each other anymore. And also, anything you've tried, you've probably had tons of jobs and ideas, like entrepreneurial ideas, just like me. And because you're so freaking creative. It's like on and on and on and on. It's going, going, going. You've probably started so many things with such good hope, and you could totally have a hyper focus on it and just get it, just make it work, right? Only to find out that it either just worked for a very short period of time or it just didn't work out. It just didn't work out. Like everything I've tried in the past few years, nothing worked out. I had my business go bankrupt after 7 years. That was huge. That was 2 years ago. And I thought it was my passion. I thought it was my whole purpose. That's why it did hurt so much that I had to let it go. Because I was helping other people to speak, to use their voice, right? And they were so happy with my help, and it was on such a deep level, and somehow, um yeah, it was successful from that perspective, but it just didn't bring in the money. And we also need the money, right? I mean, we cannot pretend it's not important. And I so held on to that business because I thought, but this is it. What else do you want me to do? If this is not it, then what is it? And then as the years passed, or it's only been 2 years, more and more I could feel like whatever else I would try, it would all fail. Like I even went for a job again, right? And then once they hired me, it was suddenly like a not a job anymore, but like a freelance construction. And then suddenly all the clients disappeared, and I only earned a few hundred like euros a month, right? So, and then I started trading in cryptocurrencies. I created this whole ebook about speaking that I sold online or was trying to sell online. I even created football posters that I tried to sell via Facebook and Instagram ads. You don't want to know. I've tried everything. I was even 2 weeks ago. I was still yeah. I never knew I could do it, but I was like creating my own bots, like a sort of an arbitrage bot that you need this developer language for, but with the help of ChatGPT, I just started building something, but it also didn't work, right? And you probably recognize this, like, oh, a journey of letting my unborn daughter VIDA in. I don't want to say I lost her, but I sort of did. Yeah, I sort of did. She and my son, who's now 11, they're twins, and one of them was born, my son Mada, and his sister Vida. She didn't make it, and in the beginning, especially because so much had happened at that time, I didn't really pay a lot of attention to it, right? And but more and more, I could feel like she wants to be seen by me, and she wants to guide me, and she so wants to be there for me. But I've always sort of, you know, I've how do you say that? I've seen her, but not really seen her, you know? I've allowed her to be there, but I've never really dared to. I don't know why, but really align with her. But now, more and more, as I'm on this journey of full self expression, I know it's her guiding me. And that the more I align with her and connect with her, the more she will guide me. she will she will help me find the right words and energy and messages, right? And sometimes that also just feels so much more, not only healing, right? Because you're still breathing, but also more, still sort of tangible, right? If you have a certain person in mind, maybe it's your mom, maybe your grandma, maybe your boyfriend that passed away, or whomever, right? For me, it helps that it feels so much more, yeah, tangible, that it's a person I love so deeply instead of this big thing, the universe, God, right? So maybe there's someone you can allow in. And on one side, you're scared of it because you sort of don't want to ask for help, right? It feels a bit like, I don't know, Like the old version of you is like, I have it all together and I don't need any help. And it's not about help. It's not about help. It's about guidance, because there is something so big happening. You're changing big time. And if you align with him or her, wow, he or she is waiting for this moment where you finally see him or her. So you can together change the world. Change the freaking world. That's why you're here. You know this. You know this, so allow it. Allow it. Allow him, her, allow you to just be you and trust the process, because you're there already. You're there. You've been through everything. Just remember that it's not been for nothing, and everything's about to change instantly. Instantly, once you start to show up and be receptive. Oh my God, you don't want to know. It's magic. It's pure magic. So go and do that. Or no, be that. Be that. Don't do it. Be. All right? Loads of love. Ciao for now. Bye. It's so frustrating. It's so frustrating because it seems like it's working for everyone else except you, right? But there's a reason why it's not working. There's a reason. And you know it. It's not working because you are chosen to do something totally different. Totally different. And you know what it is. The universe, God, wants you to be a catalyst to change the world, wants you to be fully present and in the receptive mode, so that all the messages that need to be heard can find those that are aligning with them, right? The universe wants you to be you, just really be you, authentically you, without any filter, without preparing any script, without working hard. It's like it, you are here to show up as you, to receive everything that's there, right? Not immediate. Well, of course, you will also earn money with this. This will be your whole. But that's just this of what's about to happen for you. It will change everything for you, because the reason nothing has worked out so far work-wise, sort of, right? You've never really felt happy in any job, maybe just for a little while, and then there you went again. It's because you were never made for that. You are made for something so much bigger. And it's not something you can grasp with your mind, right? It's like so big, you can only receive it and tap into it once you allow to receive it, once you allow to connect with it. But it scares. It scares the shit out of you because you don't know. You're scared how others will react. Like, yeah, right. Oh, you think you're gonna earn money by showing up on YouTube? Forget it. That's so funny. Yeah. And it doesn't have to be YouTube, of course, but it has to do with expressing you, using your voice, using your whole being, and not just your physical being, but your whole energetic field as an instrument. right? As an instrument to, first of all, change you to become this version you've always been, to remember her, to fully receive you, to be in to be in this state of joy and fun and pleasure and abundance and opportunities, and that you've always dreamed of and that you've always known existed. But you've so often felt the opposite, right? You felt the opposite of that. You felt so present because you were only using this part of you so far. But now, well, and more, you're expanding, you're allowing the expansion. And you don't know where it's going. You will never know. You will only get to taste it, get to experience it, get to fully live it and be alive and have this feeling of aliveness. I think that feeling of aliveness is one of the best feelings ever, right? It's this intense feeling of freedom, like I'm living and I'm experiencing it all. And for me, it's been also letting someone in, not just letting God or the universe in, or it's not that it's just, I mean, it's huge, of course. Um, but for me, it's also been